It doesn't matter what cancer you have, there is help available. That you are never alone, and this is what I got from the cancer counsellor itself, that you're not fighting this battle by yourself.
The bottom line is the Cancer Council support has got me through it.
All you need is someone to help you on this journey, with the technical stuff, with the emotional stuff, with everything, and I think that's what the Cancer Council does.
The best part about my job is to be there at the most vulnerable time of a person's life. You know, they've been given this devastating diagnosis. To be there, nobody can walk in their shoes, but you can get alongside them, you know, and guide them. And I see our role as Cancer Council nurses and as working for the Cancer Council, I see our role as so important to be able to direct them to all the services that the Cancer Council offers so that they can find their way on their journey.
As the carer, the helpline was absolutely invaluable to me, and I would just shut myself away in the bedroom and get on the phone so I could say what I wanted, how I wanted. I could get upset if I felt that I needed to get upset, and the lady on the other end of the phone was just wonderful. They're so caring.
Sometimes it is just the little things. You know, somebody being able to come in and do their bathrooms, the heavy things, their bathrooms, maybe once every 2 weeks. Somebody to come in and do their garden. You know, it's just tiny things like that. Just paying a bill, you know, like our financial assistance. Just the fact that you could pay one of their electricity bills when they've got so many other things coming in. It just relieves their burden.
Just standing on the edge there, and just coming up onto your toes.
You're not as tired. To start with, you're just not as tired. And you can feel, doing this, it just feels so good to the body.
Yes, I think it's good to involve the carers in the program. It makes it easier for me to convince her to come, if I come along as well.
Begin the meditation by taking stock of how we're feeling, checking out the quality of the breath, noticing if it's fast or slow.
The meditation itself, it creeps up on you, the impact of it, and it's not just the 1 hour or 2 hours. You find over the course of that day, you know, you have a more peaceful day, and then you start thinking in a more mindful manner, and ultimately you develop your own way of integrating that into your lifestyle.
It wasn't just like you're given a couple of drivers, it was like you're given 2 mates. They phoned me, they made me feel at ease. They were there for me. They were just there they phoned me the day before to say, "You okay for tomorrow?" They phoned me half an hour beforehand to say, "We're on our way."
Well, the tyranny of distance is usually the biggest thing, and it's always the problem with the country people, that they've got to travel so far to get to where they need to go. When they're at home and they're trying to get on with their lives, they need to be able to access that sort of support. They need to be able to find out the things that they need to know and get the support for them and their families when they really need it.
Oh, well, it's just like home, isn't it? Everything you've got at home's here. It's like home, really, you know. There's no pressure at all.
It's home away from home.
You know, you can cook whenever you feel like it, you can have your meals whenever, you can wander about the place, there's no one checking up on you. It's wonderful. It's like being at home.
To me, it felt if there was help there for her, which I could not provide. You can get all the brochures and everything else, which are helpful, but there's nothing like being able to talk to somebody else who knows what you are going through.
I would recommend it, the Cancer Council, to anyone. I think they do a wonderful job and they go out of their way to be of assistance, no matter how small it may appear to them. It's a big thing to the person that's asking the question.
How do I get to hospital? You know, who's going to pay the bills? Who's going to feed my kids? Those sorts of things. They're the things that people come face to face with when they're given a cancer diagnosis. And they're not the things that they generally get help from in other places, but the Cancer Council provides that assistance and support so that they can get on with getting better.
I think if there wasn't a Cancer Council, if there wasn't places like Crawford Milroy, if there wasn't a helpline, if there weren't people here that were softening the blow of the diagnosis that they're dealing with, I just think patients would be so distressed.
When you're on a journey, you can go many different routes, and some of them are a lot longer and a lot harder than others. And yeah, having a compass would be incredibly helpful, and I think that the Cancer Council is a mighty fine compass.